And why don't we slash our way back to London like Jack the Ripper would have? Well, that's a bad transition, but let's go back to London for AEW Forbidden Door.
Well, Jack the Ripper would have been an amateur compared to the type of carnage that these AEW wrestlers wreak on people. The big title, one of the big titles was up next, Brian, the unified title. It was unified between, what was it, the Continental title and the Champion title? I can't remember. But has there been a match not for a title yet? Wait, hold on. Besides the pre-show, the first match was Edge and Christian's reunion. They ain't got no belts. But then the girls, the TNT title was on the line. Oh, Kyle, the IWGP World title was the four-way girls title. There was a girls title in that, wasn't there?
TBS, yeah.
Yes. And then the tag title, and then the unified title, Swerve versus Oblada. And the thing that I wrote, right as they were ringing the bell, I wrote, will this guy work for 18,000 people or still lay on his ass? And boy, howdy, he's still on his ass. He just can't do it, can he? Swerve was trying. Swerve was working hard. The fans like him. He had nothing to work with here. It's just, Stacy came in. And Brad, do you remember who that I said that I compared? This was months ago when Okada first showed up. Do you remember who I compared his work to? And you scoffed at me.
Oh, geez. I do not know.
You remember me saying it. You remember scoffing, but you don't remember who it was, I bet, don't you?
I remember you saying you think a Japanese Elon Musk. I don't remember a wrestling.
Well, no, that was a different time. I said physique-wise and his work, he reminds me of David Flair.
Oh, you did say that, yeah.
Well, and Stacy came in. This was a year ago I said that, right? Stacy walks in, sits down, watches this two left foot motherfucker for about 30 seconds and said, he reminds me of David Flair. Except David was trying. He was trying to work hard. So it's fascinating in a way watching this guy try not to do anything more than is absolutely necessary and barely that. But it's slow, it's boring. His shit is phony for the most part. He gave Swerve a DDT on the stairs, but when Swerve went over, he kicked the camera guy. Does that mean they're going to get another lawsuit? The fucking cameraman's a dangerous position around there. I zoned out for a while. It seemed like it went forever. There was some choreography, and at one point, Swerve climbed up to the top rope to help Okada drop his own knee on the top turnbuckle. And finally, Okada clotheslined Swerve and beat him 1, 2, 3, clean, fair, right in the middle of the ring. And then he went crazy and put his knee between the stairs and the ring and hammered it with a chair. And goddamn, here came Nana running out because he couldn't be at ringside because that's not allowed in this particular kind of match. And he ran out with a lead pipe. But now, before we go any further, because it does go further, people are going to say, well, Swerve is really hurt, which he is. And he's going to have time off, which he is. So why shouldn't Okada beat him clean? Because he's a fucking heel. Why? What good does it do? Then Okada, besides the fact that he's unimpressive and looks like shit, but the unimpressive guy that looks like shit just beat one of your top baby faces without even cheating. And Swerve's going to come back eventually. So what the fuck? How does it help Okada to get any heat? Well, he just beat him. Then he takes him out there and breaks his fucking leg for no reason. And then, as Nana has run off the perpetrator with the lead pipe, here comes Wardlow. And Wardlow comes out from the crowd and gets in a ring and levels Nana and beats up Nana. Wardlow has just returned after a year and a half or whatever, and he looks like he ate goddamn the city of London. He's bursting the seams on every piece of his clothing, but he beats up Nana. And since Swerve only has one leg, he has to lay there and watch while Wardlow beats up Nana and then beats up security and hugs Don Phallus, who he joined the Phallus family. What the fuck was this? People have been wanting Wardlow back for all this time, but they debut a monster, whether a monster babyface or a monster heel, by beating up a manager after another heel has already done the damage to the top fucking star. What sense does this make? Brian, help me.
Oh, it doesn't. Also, when you're down on baby faces and you have someone who's one of your biggest baby faces for a time return, and they just become another guy in the Callis family, which is just a ramshackle group of people. Just random heels put together. Half of them don't do anything. Lance Archer's like a valet at this point. So yeah, it's questionable. And again, Swerve lost the match. And then for reasons we don't understand, he was attacked brutally. And then they did this angle there.
Well, to cover up, he's going to go have his knee worked on or whatever. But
right.
But
I'm not saying they didn't have to...
Yes, but they concocted no logical reason why that happened after he'd already beat the fucking guy.
And now we have heel Wardlow with Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, Trent. Who else is in this fucking group?
Oh, but did you see when Take a Shit came out and stared at Wardlow? And you know, around here, when people stare at other people, that means something.
So what does that mean? They're going to turn Takeshita babyface?
I don't fucking know.
And who wants to see Takeshita versus Wardlow?
Nobody.
Welcome back, Wardlow. I thought it was just me. He looked a lot bigger. You said kind of what I was thinking.
No, and I don't mean bigger as in he's been doing nothing but training and eating tuna. I mean bigger as in he's on the gas and the carbs. He's thicker everywhere. Everything unhealthily looking thick.
And I see that's the problem, I think, too, when he started taking off his jacket and everything and doing the beatdown. I didn't think the beatdown looked good.
Well, no, he could hardly get the jacket off to begin with. His arms are so big, and then he's like somebody shoved an air hose up his ass and just blown him up like a parade float.